I'll answer that. Okay, so I just want to go live for a second here, real quick. All right, cool beans. Hmm. The positioning of all of this is like madness. So much media in front of me right now. Just want to make sure everything's all setting good to go. We have Instagram. We have two Facebook account. I think we're good. I don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, here we go. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. I pay respect and homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened Buddha. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Salutations to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the teachings of the Buddha, and the monastic order. Hello to all of you across the world, live again for the second time. I wanted to make some honorable mentions and shout out to those who recently contributed to the trip to Europe, which will happen at the end of this month. Tickets already booked. In my recent videos, I announced that my father and I are going to take this trip of a lifetime in spreading Buddhism in Europe. And it seems like we're going to kind of do this line graph thing where we're traveling to the middle east of Asia and then southeast, subsequent Southeast Asia. So thank you for contributing. The other one funny part I wanted to be funny today is that my mom passed away 5 months ago. I haven't gone live in like 5 months. Make video but haven't gone live. And seems like some people have forgotten. Everyone forgets. I get it. And then I make that video the other day. Um and we have people reminding themselves, maybe I have to do my part here and help the spreading of Buddhism. So, uh, all right. So, what do we have going on tonight? Tonight is Introduction to Buddhist Intelligence. It's more like I wanted to take one aspect out of the Buddhism because it's really big. The Buddhist Intelligence program is really big. First and foremost, um, the clinical aspect of um, clinical Buddhism into a person's life. I mean, I've been online for like at least 8 years with all of you, so you all kind of know the Rapid Realization program. And the Buddhist Intelligence opens a little bit wider into social advocation, legal and medical social work. Okay, advocation. Um, because I've noticed the Buddhist counseling thing has kind of like declined in regards to registration. Um, People have statistically gotten lazier. When a question is asked, when the question has been asked about um, whether here's the problem in life, do you want a pill for it? And everyone, like 80%, raises their hand that they want a pill for the problem. My point, quick fix. People are used to quick fixes. In Buddhism, there is no, it sometimes isn't a quick fix. Okay, you have to go through whatever it is you have to go through, the pain, the sorrow, the misery, whatever that's been kicking your butt, you have to face it in regards to bills, in regards to a breakup, in regards to a death of a loved one, and so on. So therefore, in regards to a death of a loved one, and so on. So therefore, um, our fellow humans, have declined drastically. You guys remember Apple Intelligence, and now there's the existence of AI. Okay, it doesn't make people any smarter. It makes people lazier, and I have seen that decline. Today, I just wanted an aspect out of the Buddhism intelligence program, just an umbrella. Again, talking about social advocation and training, because I'm trying to recruit more people under the program to be trained in social work. Every monk that goes through this program, that comes into my program, has to go through social work training, or else they would be just any other monk, of which studying the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path isn't enough to be a well-rounded, comprehensive, and effective monk, I feel. Every Buddhist leader have their own program, or every abbot have their own program. Um, and so my program just so happens to aim at, the contemporary life, what's going on in this life at the speed of relevance, and what is relevant to the training at hand for humans. So, so for those who wants to be trained under Buddhist intelligence and you want to go under the umbrella of social advocation, please let me know. I wanted to share some stories tonight about the social application. And why is this important now? Well, you need to be able to apply Buddhist principles to solve problems in life. And in life, we have many problems: legal problems, medical problems, and everything else that incorporates in between: education, paying bills, dealing with emotions, dealing with people. It's just, so a person who studies uh, psychology, anthropology, sociology, just all of that, they kind of know what is going on. Mm, um, they they kind of know what is going on with what's going on in the world. So I got messages popping up left to right, so I may look like I'm distracted, but just maybe a little. um, AI is moving fast. Humans are a little slow at trying to catch up with what's happening right now. When a human is hit with any type of emotions, or a breakup, or life hits them, it just takes a minute for all of us to kind of figure out what just happened. Why do I feel this way? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And who do I want to go with? How do I search for help? How do I receive the help that I need? Lately, my younger generations, Zoomers and Gen Zoomers and Gen Alphas, um, Zoomers and Alphas have gone mute, meaning they don't really speak much. Uh, they live inside of their head. Okay, they live inside of their head, and it's not good. We can't get information out of them, so we can't help them. And again, my part of my program caters to teen suicide, the prevention of teen suicide. And this is not good. This is not pretty. AI is going to replace jobs. A lot of them are into computing. Anything with technological and computing, AI is going to take over first, followed by other jobs. So we're going to have a very large mass of suffering in regards to lack of work. People find their identity in work. Some people do. It's not pretty. It's not healthy. It's not good. It's not good for humanity. So Buddhist intelligence is that you'll be shadowing with me in the areas of law and medicine. I've been back to work to raise funding for my programs. I don't rely on donors, primarily donors, to keep things going. I'm not dependent on that. And so when I'm back to work, I'm out there in society, working medical cases, which you all got to see all of the posts, and most recently legal cases. And the most recent one happened tonight. Results came in tonight, where which a gentleman was $35,000 in debt, was somewhat being scammed. Sometimes people get scammed legally, buying, especially with the credit card debt consolidation thing. And we were able to jump in. I jumped in, spoke to the lawyer directly, and he got a refund. He got a full refund after a very long back and forth on the phone situation. So again, a student learns communication skills, learns the applications of law, learns law vocabularies. They learn a lot of things, the interplay, the dynamics. Um, when it comes to the medical setting, you know how to maneuver around the medical system, the legal and medical system. Um, Again, all of us need to go get a checkup at the doctor's office. All of us need to help our family members through this process, and a lot of things happen in medicine. Most notably, in my 19 years of clinical experience in both law and medicine, is that doctors move a little too quick, and a lot of things happen when they move a little too quick. Namo tassa. Give me 1 second. Alex, Part 2, Intro to Buddhist Intelligence. And doctors move a little too quick, and so there's a lot of mistakes. That's why we have medical malpractice, right? One of my main concerns for human is that they understand systems, and the only one of which most effective way to understand system is to be exposed to the system, legal and medical system, to see how things work, right? It's a very different type of samsara when it comes to social systems. Okay. And again, I just want everyone to be well-rounded when it comes to understanding our world, what to do in our world. Now, of course, when the student is with me, they get all sorts, so much information is coming in regards to the application of the Four Noble Truths, Noble Eightfold Path in one's life, and how one can apply the Four Noble Truths into the social work aspect of one's life and what is at hand when it comes to dealing with humans. So today, I think I should have, well, I will expand more on it. Today, I just wanted to give just a brief intro to it because I have to respond to some of these urgent messages over here on this far right screen. So I just wanted to just start this conversation so everyone can think about it, because as my dad and I are having this trip to spread Buddhism in Europe, and then subsequently having this line graph, so I call it, down to Southeast Asia. I will be reviewing emails, reading emails, and getting to know people. We have a lot of problems with people struggling to express who they are, themselves, where they're at, where they've been, what's going on in their life. Like kind of like writing an essay. And I can't really, if I can't grasp a global picture of a person's life, it's important that I start this wheel, the turning of the wheel of the Buddhist intelligence, the start of the conversation of the Buddhist intelligence program, for all of you to, again, go back to it, think about it, how useful it can be for you. And if you are a monastic, or aspire to be a monastic, or aspire to be a social worker, or aspire to be a medical or legal interpreter, this is perfect. Or if you're in first responders, this is perfect. Or new to first responding out in the field of dealing with humans, it's very crucial and important. All of us need to have this conversation now because of what AI is doing to all of us. And people are, again, not talking to each other anymore. They're not communicating anymore. They don't know what's going on. And the system out there is designed to make money. So if you don't understand the system, you will be taken, and quite fairly quickly. Okay. And I don't have a lot of time to train people in the forthcoming days because my dad is aging very, very fast, 76. So I have a very limited time to train a small army, so that they can go out and conquer and understand the world and the systems in the world, and then subsequently give all of that skills back to our fellow humans. The masses of suffering is going to come. You already know it. Just the immigration sector alone. Look at the migrant situation, and now joblessness and depression and anxiety, mental health, mental hygiene aspect. A lot's going on right now. A lot. So I hope people will share this video, talk to your loved ones about it, reflect. If you have any question, please reach out to me directly to my email, the number one Vietnamese interpreter at Gmail. Because I have to attend to some urgent messages right now that requires my attention. For those of you who have not contributed to the trip, please consider contributing to the trip by and through donations. About the spreading of Buddhism in Europe that my father and I have planned. Um, Again, Theravadins cannot ask except for a cup of water, can't ask you for anything. So we rely on the donation and support of people to continue our programs as such. And I really appreciate everyone who have been reaching out, reference the last video. So more on this. Obviously, I need to gather statistics and people and expand more on it. But again, you have to be here. One thing with my program is that you have to be here and learn hands-on, dealing with people hands-on. Any social fear that you have, you will be engaging directly with other humans directly, solving problems directly, and on the phone. So very valuable for all the parents out there or grandparents. Please reflect on this and talk to your grandchildren or your children about it. I think that parents are really struggling right now, and grandparents are struggling with the Gen Zs and Alphas, how they just go in their room, shut their door, don't know what they're thinking about, don't know what they're doing. They hold it all in until their anger explode. A lot of arguments, a lot of domestic issues right now in the world. The world's turning upside down fast. So then all of us can put our hands on it and try to turn it back to where it needs to be. So I'd like to conclude this quite fairly early. It wasn't my intention. My intention was to sit here for an hour with all of you. So we will be back. If I'm not back tonight, surely we'll be back soon to talk more about this and more examples. So please stay tuned. And again, the Linktree Monk Dao, Linktree/Monk Dao for more resources. Thank you so much. And until the very next time, take care.